Well, g'day everybody. Steve, Mud Ducks 4-wheel drive touring. This is part 10 of the epic trip. Hope you enjoy it. Not a lot of driving, not a lot of stills, just mostly video of the places we looked at and what we saw. So take it easy, sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. We'll catch up with you, adjust that a little bit later on. Cheers, guys. Well, this is the result of bad dust sealing. And not a lot you can do about it. My last camper trailer didn't have dust seal problems like this, but this one does. Hopefully we'll fix it up. I thought I'd give you a look at all the bad things, good things, whatever else. But anyway, everything gets covered in dust, so you've got to wipe it all off. But anyway, that's the joys of the Morini Loop. Never mind, really thought you'd just like to check that out. We're out here on the Stewart Highway, north of Alice Springs. We're at the Tropic of Capricorn. So I'll just take a quick shot of that, purely and simply because we're actually leaving Alice Springs tomorrow and we're not coming up this Stewart Highway. We're planning to go around the East McDonald Ranges and we will cross the Tropic of Capricorn, but whether there's going to be a monument as impressive as this on the dirt roads is not likely, so I thought I'd come up here just for a drive, do this one, and look at that. Interestingly, you can camp here overnight for 24 hours. So, it's only a roadside rest area, but you can in fact camp here, and it has toilets. Not much else, but what more would you need? It's a roadside rest area. Anyway, that's the look at the Tropic of Capricorn. And now we're going to head back to Alice and have a bit more of a look around there before we head out tomorrow. Okay, hopefully you can see that. This can makes the highest point of the main route between Adelaide and Darwin. So there you go, it's just, I don't know, 25 k's out of Alice Springs. We drove past this on the way up to Tropic of Capricorn, knowing we're coming back, so I thought I'd have a look on the way back. So there you go. We're physically at the highest point. From here on, it's all downhill, apparently. There you go. The highest point between Adelaide and Darwin. You wouldn't think it, would you? Look, it's just bloody flat. It's got nothing. Another rest area across the road with no facilities. And you can't camp at that one anyway. Alright, moving on. Here's the Alice Springs sign. The truck in front of it. No surprises there really. Pretty snazzy sign this. It's a bit of a plaque near it, I'm not sure what the plaque's about, I'll go and have a look. Can't actually drive up onto this bit, I just wasn't sure if it was a good idea, or was respectful or not respectful or what, so I figured I'd stay down there. That's just a solar panel. Northern Territory flag up there. Yep. Right, we're back at Alice Springs. We've come to Anzac Hill, which is a bit of a lookout, war memorial, a whole bunch of plaques on the way up the hill to get here, which hopefully the dash cam footage will show. I'll throw that up once I download it. So just walking up to have a look at it. Bit of a lookout over the area too. It's not the highest hill around, but it is the one in the city. Obviously Alice Springs version of the war memorial. We've got a similar kind of thing in Newcastle. We've got an Anzac Walk. This is just Anzac Hill. Still pretty good. Look out over Alice itself. Not too bad either. And we've come across this big solar farm. Massive. It's pretty cool. Satisfies the nerd in me. Checking out all the solar stuff. This goes on and on and on and on. Pretty snazzy.
The university do come to show you doing things in that way as well, towards that as well.
So it's a town in America.
Hello again. Well, we've left Alice Springs. We're on our way around the East McDonald Ranges out towards Ross River. So we're only about 10 k's out of Alice and we've arrived at Emily Gap. So we're going to go for a walk in there, check that out. Well, apparently there's some Aboriginal art in here. So we're going to have a look. It says on the paperwork we can't photograph the Aboriginal art, so I won't be able to show you that. So I'll show you the gap and give you a look, see what's in here. And we'll go from there. So catch up with you shortly. Okay, walking further in, just read the signage. I can video this. This is the gap. We're obviously in a creek bed. But I can video this, so I will. I won't video the artwork or photograph it because they want you not to. So this is what it looks like in here. We're walking on obviously riverbed because it's soft sand. Yeah, I won't shoot much more of this in case I stumble across anything I'm not supposed to photograph or video. So talk to you on the next one. Again, we're heading back to Alice Springs after going to Emily Gap. We opened up the fridge on the camper trailer, or opened up the camper trailer to pull the fridge out to get a drink out of it, and it's off. It was on this morning when we were on 240 volts, so I haven't videoed what I've been up to, but I've pulled the multimeter out and I've checked it. I've checked this power all the way to the plug, right where it plugs into the fridge. So I've made some phone calls and I'm heading back to Alice Springs. Hopefully there's a guy there who can have a look at it for me. The biggest nuisance, of course, is we did our shopping yesterday for the next part of our trip, and the fridge is completely full of frozen gear, cold gear, so it's not ideal. I was working on 240, so hopefully if I can find somewhere I can plug it into 240 it might fire up, but we'll have to see what happens there. And I'm waiting for a phone call back to have a chat to a electrician who might have a look at it. Anyway, these are the joys of travelling around Australia. So we may or may not wind up in Alice Springs for a little bit longer than we had planned. Anyway, we're heading back in there now. And I actually don't know where this guy wants to meet, but I've got to wait for him to give me a ring. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that bit in. Not everything works all the time. You just got to be ready for it. Fortunately, we're near a major city, so we'll see how we go. Okay, catch up here a little bit later. Okay, well, I'm at TJM at Alice Springs. These are the most helpful guys I've run into. It's Saturday, getting towards midday. They've let me plug into 240 and the fridge is running, but still nothing on 12. I've got no idea how I'm going to go for finding somebody to look at it or fix it. Short of buying another one, which I really don't want to do here. But not sure what else I can do at the moment. Anyhow, we'll see how we go. But big shout out to TJM at Alice Springs, who have been very helpful with my problem so far. So yeah. Anyway, that's how it goes at this present time. So I'll do more bits as I know more. Just leaving TJM Alice Springs, who have been great. They've looked after me. Owner of the place is still working on his GQ. They let me have power till well after they would normally go home. If you are in Alice Springs, come and see these guys. Family owned business. Bend over backwards to help you. So yeah, I'm about to go to TDC, the Waco agent, to get that looked at. Dead as a doornail is. It's been on 240 since we pulled up here, so it's all cold and everything. So far so good. All the food will be okay. Alrighty, we'll go over there and see how we're back here outside TJM in Alice Springs again. We went to TDC. He kindly pulled the fridge out, checked everything, and the bloody thing fires up on 12 volts. So we started reading power meters and discovered that for some reason I wasn't getting a good source of constant voltage at the fridge plug. In the back of this power board here is all the switches, obviously. Now the fridge was switched off a switch in here. That's its power lead there. Now what I've done is I didn't have a big 8 gauge cable with me. I've only got 2 smaller ones. I've paralleled them up to make them thick enough. And I've fed them inside, run them directly to the battery. And bugger me, the fridge fires up on 12 volts. So for the time being, and to get me through this trip, this is how it will be. So there's the fridge there running. It's running on 12 volts. Don't know if you can see in there, the 240 volt switch is turned off. It's running on 12 volts. Up in here, with the mess I've got the cables. That's my new pair, running to the positive of the battery there. It's not pretty. I'll do a little bit of zip tying just to tidy them up. And that'll have to do it. I can't really fuse it at the present, so I'm just going to have to let that be like it is. I'll fuse it down the track when I've got some fuse holders. I could put a circuit breaker in line, but I don't really want to. I'd rather fuse it, so we'll get to that. At least I'm in Alice Springs where I can get some gear, but I really want to get out of Alice Springs, so down the track I will fix that up on a more permanent basis. Anyway, big shout out to TDC for helping me diagnose the problem, and once again to TJM. Now they're not even here now. I pulled up and I've hooked up to the same power lead while I was running 240 on the fridge. So I'll be packing up the trailer and getting on my way. Well, it's 3:40 in the afternoon. Still at Alice Springs, just leaving now. Now we have successfully fixed up the 12 volt to the fridge. I tested it again after I closed the camper back up. It's definitely running on 12 volts now. So hopefully that will be no more problem. Now we've lost so much day today that going out to the Ross River area where we were going to go for a look is pretty well gone. Could we do it? Yes, we got plenty of time. Will we do it? No. We'll go north now and head back up the highway and try to get somewhere reasonable just to be out of town. The Camel Cup was on today in Alice Springs and accommodation is virtually nil, which is no problem. We can camp self-sufficient provided we've got the fridge running. And once again, we were at TJM and they weren't even there, so if when you guys get to see the video. Thanks a lot, guys, for your help. Couldn't have really done a lot of it without you. Kept our fridge running, looking after us while we're repairing everything. So good job, guys. Can't recommend TJM in Alice Springs highly enough, people. Alright, we're going to make a few kilometres now, and we would have liked to got up to Devil's Marbles or that area, but that's 300k away, so that's probably not going to happen. Anyway, we'll see where we are, and we'll talk to you later. Got about 150, 60 k's up to a place called Prowse Hill, which is just a roadside rest area. We pulled up in time, it's the better half, so we could cook tea in the daylight. Very fast camp this. Hare burgers tonight. So we've ripped those out. Very basic setup. Sun going down. Still connected to the truck. So hope it didn't pan too fast then. Sorry if I did. Keep forgetting. Anyway, that's our setup tonight. Probably 200 k's further south than we would have liked to have been. But anyway, what can you do? Okay, we're going to have something to eat. See ya. Right, we're on the road again this morning. Everything functioning nicely. Come across this plaque to Ian Dallenberg, who apparently is the father of table grapes in the Territory at a township called Tea Tree. So that was pretty interesting. We drove past there and saw the grapevines. So, I was a bit surprised to see grapevines in the centre of the Northern Territory, but there you go. Now we're coming around to another monument. I'm not sure what this one's about yet, but we'll have a look. It's a John McDouall Stewart. There you go. All about Mr. Stewart. That's just a little historical area. Also a rest area where we could have camped last night had we got this far, but we were happy where we were. So it's all good. Today we're planning to get at least as far as the Devil's Marbles, perhaps further than that. We're figuring Devil's Marbles will be lunchtime. Might be 2 o'clock by the time we get out of there. Then we'll head up the road a bit further and find another camp. Just a few info signs around this particular rest area here. Maps of the general area. So yeah, all pretty good. Alrighty, here's one of these things they reckon gives you mobile service. I tried this earlier on, not this one, but another one. I'll try this one in a minute. See if I can get reception. At the present I'm where there is no mobile signal, so we'll find out. Another 100 or so k's up the road, we've come to Barrow Creek, an old telegraph station. An old telegraph line, sign here explaining where it used to go, by the look of it. Oh yeah, just a repeater station for the original telegraph line from Adelaide to Darwin. There you go. Not sure how much of this we can look at. Well, we'll go for a look around, see what we can see. Visitor's book. I'll just pause this to sign it back from the visitor's book. Walking around the outside of the telly station. Definitely looks like you can't go in. Big old stone structure. Oh, maybe you can go. What's this door do? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. The kitchen area. Definitely a bit of history preserved here. Huh, not bad, not bad. Well, definitely something I wasn't expecting to come across or see. 15 years ago I drove through this area, but it really didn't stop. So trying to make up for that a bit on this trip. This part of this trip is completely unprepared. We've made no effort to work out where we're going or what we're doing. We're just doing it. So we're stopping and looking at things on the way, which is all part of the fun of it. Get out to Australia and enjoy it. Check out the history. See what there is to see. Not 100% sure what this building was for. Old wheels, all sorts of things. Shame to see some of the rubbish and wrecked cars not too far away, but that's how it goes. But the site's basically pretty well preserved by the look of it. All painted white. Interesting. So, interesting. Don't know if this was meant to be a chapel or not. There's a cross on the wall. Don't know. Might have just been accommodation. Not sure what it was. Anyway, it's a brief look around the Barrier Creek Telegraph Station. Kaz and I are going to continue our journey north now. So we'll catch up here just that little bit later on. Inside Whitecliff Well Roadhouse, which is the UFO capital of Australia apparently, and this is part of a display. Now, it won't show up very long, but it's pretty cool. Lots of clippings on walls about UFOs in this area, stuff like that. But that's all sorts of cool things to look at. That's how you paint up your roadhouse. A couple of VHF aerials there for bringing out the nerd in me, as usual. I am, after all, an amateur radio operator, so I'm a bit nerdy. But pretty cool. Well, we've arrived at the Devil's Marbles, or Kara Kara, I think it is, in the Indigenous. We're going to go for a walk and have a look around these. Don't know how long we'll be here for, don't care. We'll check it out, have a look at the formations, and see what's what. Popular area, a few vehicles floating around as we walk around through here. So
We'll get into it and have a look at them. Something to see, aren't they? Do little snippets as we go along. So, not even sure I parked in what would be the right spot, but anyway, I'm parked. So, we'll check it out as we go. I've got no idea where Kaz is going. There must be a practical walkway somewhere, but we're walking down here. People up in there, so he must be allowed in there somewhere. Well, we found a walk in here to the Devil's Marbles. So we're going for a walk in there. Pretty flashy bits of rock. Interesting to look at. So why not have a look at them? Which is exactly what we're doing. Who would have thunk it? Last time we went through here was 15 years ago, and we didn't really have a good look, so I thought we'll have more of a look this time. Just further in, a little bit more to show you. Pretty cool rock formations, there's no doubt about it. And you're allowed to walk around this bit, so it's all good. Well, there's a lookout up here, so we're going to go up here and look out. When I get there, I'll probably yell out my traditional method, look out, or maybe not, don't know. Anyway, we'll shoot some footage from up there. I'm sure it's going to be worth it, because these are pretty cool. Not even up there yet. You'll know that. Alright, we'll see at the top. We're at the top of a lookout. Now, I'm not allowed to video or photograph to the south. So that's looking east. We're working our way around the north. You can video and shoot photos this way, but not looking south. So, we won't shoot anything going south, because that's what the traditional owners want. So that's okay. That's about as far west as I can video, theoretically. So that's the day use area. That's the highway going north. Well, actually just rode back to the highway going north. So that's pretty spiffy. Alright, I won't shoot any video coming back out because I've shot it coming in. We come back down, we're on the other side of the day use area. We had another walk. This one's only about 400 metres. Going to go for a wander around here, see what there is to see. Probably more rocks, but they're really interesting formation. So, now you don't need a four-wheel drive to get here. It's all off the tar. Stewart Highway is a tarred major highway, but you do need a four-wheel drive to get to some of the places we've been to get here. So this is just another feature of the Northern Territory that we think is worth a look. And that rock there, if that doesn't epitomise the Devil's Marble, I don't know what does. Look at this one. Hey, pretty cool. How a huge boulder crashed into. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, my shadow's in the way. There we go, try and do that. Get a load of this. Split up the guts. Pretty impressive. Come around the corner. I think Kaz trying to push this boulder back up. She was unsuccessful. I have a photo of that. But yeah. These are just really cool. Really cool things to look at. If you're not into rocks or geology, I don't know if you want to watch these parts of these videos, but if not, you can always fast forward. But yeah, so you come out here to check these things out. And by the way, it's the middle of winter. It's 24 degrees, so it's very pleasant today. It's the warmest day we've struck since we've been on this trip, so we're quite enjoying it. No jumpers. Mind you, it was bloody cold last night. We left some water in the sink at the camper trailer and it was frozen solid this morning. And when you're walking around these places, God knows what kind of creatures you'll find. Oh my God, look at that! Well, that's the fierce Kaz creature. And I don't know about you guys, but it just scared the crap out of me. Alrighty. We'll camp to the Tack Creek.
Hello!
Hang on, there she is. That's tonight's fire. That fire's been burning for about 1 minute. I kid you not. That's our setup in the dark. Some traffic going past because this is a roadside rest area, as Kaz mentioned earlier. That's the moon. That's a star. That's a road train. I don't mind the sound of road trains and trucks when I'm camping. It doesn't bother me. So anyway, that'll do us. We got about, I don't know, we think we did 400 k's today or something like that. So that's pretty good. Alright, and I just got my first call on my sat phone, so I'm pretty excited. Okay, catch up with you later. Well, we've woken up this morning at a Tack Creek. Look at that sunrise. I really don't think the camera does that justice. Yeah, very pretty. I have no idea how far we're going to go today. There's no rush, but we'll work it out as we go. That's camp. It's the remnants of last night's fire down there. We put that out last night because it was still pretty hot and temperature's not too bad, but you know, we put them out anyway, just make sure. Don't need it this morning, so figure we might as well extinguish it as you should. But anyway, we'll carry on at some stage after we've had some brekkie. Just wanted to show you that sun. Okay, cheers.